What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. This vlog is from my trip to Washington DC, which I took in the month of March this year to see the beautiful Cherry Blossom Festival. The first time that I visited DC was in fall of 2018 and had pretty much explored all around the city, the White House, the museums, everything that DC has to offer. So this time we just wanted to take a very short trip. DC is approximately 4.5 hours away from New Jersey. So on the way, we took a quick stop in Pennsylvania as DC was another 3 hours away. This Taco Bell was right on our way, so we didn't have to waste any time looking around. It was beautiful inside as usual, and the snack was yummy. Then we continued our journey again. The drive itself for DC is just so beautiful. You're going to see so many things which feel like they are straight out of a movie. So after driving for 4.5 hours, we finally reached Washington DC. This time we were staying in Greenbelt. The last time that I was here, I stayed in Virginia. So this was a completely new area for us. But as soon as we entered, we noticed how beautiful around it was. All the trees were almost covered with cherry blossoms in their puffy white stage. And although they weren't at their peak, the puffy white stage was looking beautiful nonetheless. So we finally reached our destination, and this time we stayed in Holiday Inn in Greenbelt. This property we booked through Priceline as there was a price breaker deal going on. It was for $72 for one king room for a night, and according to Priceline, this hotel was supposed to be a 3-star hotel. However, I don't think I would rate it that much. It had a lot of motel feels, to be honest, and everything was really average. For some reason they were overbooked, so they didn't even give us the king room that we had asked for. They gave us 2 queens, which was already a disappointment, but because we were only staying for a night, we just didn't want to bother ourselves. This was the view from the room, and the amenities around were also really okay. Since we were visiting Greenbelt for the first time, मैंने खाना घर से ही पैक किया हुआ था, so we heated that up, finished it up, and then we decided to go to Monument. The last time that we were here, we visited it during the day. This is one of the iconic places in DC. Street parking is easily available, and the beauty of this place is that everything is pretty much around it. All the museums and even the White House is pretty much on a walkable distance from the monument. So we stopped by on the opposite side and took a little walk to digest all that chole. Being the capital city of the US, it definitely feels really safe even around the night. And the roads were quite busy as compared to New Jersey around this time. And in approximately 10 minutes, we reached the White House. There was a time they used to allow people to actually go inside and have a trip, but now the government has made this virtual tour available after some attacks that happened on the White House. The streets were quite busy even at night, and it was also well lit up. You will see lots of tourists around simply standing here and taking pictures, and we also stood here like fools as if Mr. Joe Biden was going to come to the balcony and wave at us. As I mentioned earlier, everything is really a stone's throw away from the monument. So you will also be able to walk up to the Capitol building. And if you visit during the day, you can also get an inside tour. There are lots of historic buildings and museums all around DC, and the best part is that most of them are free. So if you have a large family and you want to make a trip on a budget, this is the best place for you. So we both just roamed around, took lots of pictures, and made our way back to the hotel. Next morning, we woke up quite late than usual. It was a lazy weekend, so it's okay. I think when you're on a trip, you should let go of all your timings and everything. All the discipline can just go out of the window. The day was quite sunny, but it was cold, so we had to dress up in puffers. We started the day with checking out cherry blossoms all around the area. These flowers are simply just so beautiful that it really doesn't feel like you are on earth in the season of spring. It's so unbelievable that the camera can barely do any justice. You actually have to see it for yourself to know how beautiful cherry blossoms actually really are. And because in India we don't get cherry blossoms, as an Indian, these flowers really feel surreal to me. So, after spending some time roaming around in the area, we made our way to the spots where the cherry blossom festival was going on. It was a fun weekend, so lots of people had come from other states to see the cherry blossom festival. There was so much traffic that we were almost praying, hoping that we will find some parking spot once we reach there. But the drive again was just so pretty. The city is so colorful and lively that even just driving around was a lot of fun. We first stopped by the Potomac River and the tidal basin where most of the cherry blossoms were around, but there was so much traffic that the cops let us out and all the parking spots were blocked actually. This is the Jefferson Memorial that I really wanted to go inside and see because I didn't go there the first time that I was here. But we just had to go round and round all around this park and all around the tidal basin looking out for a parking spot. But unfortunately, it seemed like every parking space was already taken, and we just had to drive around to see the places. This was the Potomac River taxi that you can take and do some fun water activities also. But I think the note to self here is that we need to either reach early or never come during the Cherry Blossom Festival because there is absolutely no parking. It's impossible to find one if you go during the regular hours. This is the Columbus Street again. The structures, the architecture, it's just so beautiful that even though we weren't able to see the cherry blossoms, we enjoyed the entire drive around the city. So then we thought might as well we should just at least visit the museum. Again, finding a parking spot was a big struggle, and even the paid parkings were full, but somehow we managed to find one at least 15 minutes away. So we came walking back to the museum and we just wanted to make a quick trip. This is a very elaborate museum. It's gonna take you at least 3 hours to check out each and every exhibit in there, and it's absolutely fun. It's not boring at all, unlike the usual perception that we have about museums. Your kids and your entire family will have a great time. My favorite section is the First Lady collection, where they have all the dresses, bags, shoes that every single First Lady of the United States has worn. This is the current exhibit of Joe Biden's wife, Mrs. Jill. She had worn these on the inauguration ceremony, and all the three dresses were there to see. These are the other old dresses, and every dress felt so iconic. It was surreal to just imagine them when they had actually worn these. This again is one of my favorites, Melania Trump's dress, and all this is actually the dining set that they specially customize according to each and every First Lady's tastes. And then there are these exhibits also from the movies, which are one of the audience's top favorite. On the left you can see Captain America's actual shield, and this is the first Superman costume that was ever worn on the TV series. And these are some of the other costumes that were worn in different TV series as well as movies. So with that, our short and sweet trip came to an end. This was kind of fun, and I think we're gonna share more and more vlogs with you. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comment section below, and please like, share and subscribe. See you next time.